Everyone, welcome to Bourbon and Bullshit podcast with some good friends, great drinks, and a little bit of BS. So grab a seat, pour up something neat, and welcome to the show. All right. So welcome into the show, everyone. Today's going to be a fun episode. I say that every week. I have a lot of fun doing what we're doing. So today, it's a friend that I met through my fiance, but his story is going to be super unique. We're here today with Edwin. I'm not going to drop your last name unless you want to, who I met at a certain nightclub. I don't know if we could use the name because I don't want anyone coming at us later, but okay. Well, we don't know. But Edwin, what's going on, man? How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Can't complain. So what's unique about this episode is for all of you guys who've always enjoyed the episodes that I have where we talk to people in the service industry, bartenders, bar managers, content creators, chefs, waitresses, waiters, hostesses, all this stuff. You know what's one part we always forget about when the nightlife? Security. So today we are interviewing a friend who used to be head of security, a bouncer, all this stuff, and his unique life story in the nightlife. Because I don't think people realize when you work security somewhere, you see some shit. So looking forward to this episode. Before we get started, I do want to talk about the drink of the day because summer's around the corner. Or if you live in Florida, summer has been here for 2 weeks. Fuck me. Sorry for the language, but it's how I feel about it. It's so damn warm. 2 drinks of the day is a Cuba Libre, which is going to just basically, people at home are going to be pissed. Cuba Libre seems like an easy cocktail. It's just rum and Coke. There's lime juice. There's some little nuances. It's a little different. It's not Captain and Coke. It's white rum. 1.5 ounces of white rum, about an ounce of lime juice, and you top it off with a Mexican Coke because, DEI. And then the 2024 viral drink of the summer for bartenders around is the Batanga, B as boy, which is 2 ounces of Blanco tequila, 1 ounce of lime juice, top off with some Mexican Coke, and you can put some coarse kosher salt to kind of balance it out. Edwin did not expect this to be, well, go ahead. Edwin, what do you think of the drink?
It's amazing. I've had what, 2?
You've already had 2.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. I like it.
It's actually upsettingly refreshing because I thought it was going to be too simple. I'm like, there's no way this is going to be good. And it's actually really fucking good. So I'm mad that I was out here just fucking talking shit about this viral drink of the summer. Fuck me, this is delicious. So definitely worth a try. We use Sin Nombre from / Distillery for the second one. The first one we did with some Lalo Blanco tequila. We wanted to see first what the Blanco tequila would taste like because it's a little bit more neutral, where Sin Nombre has a mezcal tequila blend, and Edwin seems to approve of both.
I love them both, yeah. And I don't like mixed drinks, but
yes,
these are good.
Edwin looked at me surprised. Good. Apparently, I can make a good drink, and he didn't know that it was for real. So
I mean, we've had a couple drinks, not just these, and everything's been very good. I think I found my future bartender.
Yeah. Guys, if you're hiring, I'm not a professional bartender, but I will pour you some shit for some money. So, but I don't have insurance. So if you get sick, that's on you. Listen, Edwin, so talk to me, man. How are you been? How's everything going? It's been a while since I saw you.
It's been years.
Yeah. I didn't want to get into the nuances of how old we are. Okay.
Sorry,
Did we have to do that?
I mean, we could get into how old we are. I'd rather not.
Yeah.
You know,
do that.
Birthday just passed and it's crazy.
Oh, shit. Happy birthday.
A little bit older and it's.
Do you start
feel it in my knees?
Do you feel it in your knees already?
Yes.
You're younger than me.
I know. It's in my knees. Like, I thought it would be like my lower back, but my lower back's always hurt because I started doing powerlifting and shit.
Oh, I know. I watched. Remember, I was your gym partner for a long time.
Yeah. And so my lower back always hurts. So I was like, oh, whatever. But my knees, just the other day, I drove down to Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
And I felt all of it. Literally, I'm not moving.
You felt
when
all
I got
of it
out
in
of
the
car,
drive.
I was like, yo. And all I did was shake my leg. And I was like, oh, man, I'm getting old.
Really?
Knees, what's going on? I got out the car. I had to shake my leg off. I'm like,
you're officially at the age
yeah.
when you're no longer referring to your knees as the right and leg. It's the good and the bad one. Is that?
Bro. And it's my right leg.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
The one you drive with.
Yes.
So the one that was locked out the whole time. Sorry, guys, if you're bored about how old we are. It happens to all of you. So all you young listeners out there.
We don't look our age.
No. Black don't crack.
Look,
Melanin's a really helpful thing.
it is. Shout out to the white people that don't have it. It's like,
God damn it. SPF such and such. I love you guys.
Yeah.
Please stay out of the sun. Stay out of the sun and get checked.
really,
Skin
they
cancer
start
serious.
changing colors and stuff.
Skin cancer is a really serious thing. Get checked
It is.
regularly. So
John Cena has it.
he does?
Yeah, I just saw that.
A melanoma?
He's got some type of skin cancer.
Or like a pre-cancer shit? Or like skin cancer? Skin
Say.
cancer. Holy shit.
I didn't read too much into it, but I did see he has skin
Are
cancer.
you one of those people who read like the title of an article and just like, I'm moving on?
Absolutely. Yeah, I was like, if it's interesting enough, I will keep reading. But
Bro, you're falling for like not clickbait, but there's like that certain level of
I'm that
research.
guy.
Oh, don't do that.
yeah, it's got to be important for me to do research.
John Cena having cancer is very important.
It's not that important
For the
to
next
me.
season of Peacemaker, I need him to be around.
It's already out. Well, it's not already out, but they're gonna put it out soon. So they already stopped filming for
Okay,
the next
cool. Yeah,
season.
that's
So,
fine.
yeah, like,
Fuck it, I'm joking. Anyone out there that said, okay, then I don't care. I'm joking.
but like, look at his skin now too.
Oh.
He is pale.
Oh, no.
I mean, it was about time John Cena started aging. I don't know how we got on John Cena, but
We talked about melanin
yeah,
and pre-cancers. God damn.
yeah, okay, all right.
Guys, welcome to Bourbon BS and like doctor recommendations from two drunks. Seriously, see like a dermatologist if you're seeing anything.
For real. Moving on. Skincare is nothing to mess with.
No. And it's the dead serious thing. I have some friends that like ex-military, all that. Like I have a pasty white Irish homeboy, Mark Knapp, and he all the time he's like, yeah, I have to go to the doctors like 3 times a year.
Really?
Yeah, because his
That's
family's
scary.
super scary. And he also loves being outdoors. So it doesn't help him. He was doing like outdoor photography. He does hiking. He was doing beach photography for swimsuits. And he would tell me, he's like, I have to get checked like 3 times a year because of how much time. He's like, I put SPF everything on. And still.
That is scary.
Yeah. Can you imagine how scary it is to know that the sun hates you? Like
The sun hates it.
I would be so fucking frightened.
What color is his hair?
It's the new black person. Is
No!
that John? he's a ginger.
I had a feeling.
He's a ginger. I think that is so weird that suddenly someone just announced, someone's like, gingers are black now. Like,
But like, who is this lady to say that?
someone with a fucking hair bonnet in her bed
Bruh.
making a TikTok video.
Yeah, she's bored.
Yeah.
But you know what I do like about it is
It's stuck?
It's stuck, and all the videos that they put out, they're hilarious. Is-
I'm hyped for them.
They are hilarious, so I can't even get mad at it.
I'm hyped for them. And someone else
Welcome, gingers.
welcome, gingers. Do we call them ginger now?
My ginger?
My ginger? the A, not the ER? Can we do that?
I don't think we could do hard R's.
No, we can't. So we can't call them gingers anymore. It's ginger.
That's probably racist
Yeah.
at this point.
By the TikTok law that we are following. I'm still pissed about that. Because now I have to there's so much unpacking to do with that. She just in a hair bonnet just announced it like it's gospel, and everyone's like, "That's cool."
Like she's the leader of the blacks,
yeah,
but nobody fought her on it.
no, not one person opposed the situation.
And I don't have TikTok, and I know about it.
Yeah, and someone did bring up that it's like those disenfranchised, like the minority of a culture, and gingers being treated a certain kind of way, and always been like ridiculed and made fun of and joked about, and that's why she kind of said it. She simplified it in her statement, but overall, it was like, well. Fuck, if you're going to treat them as outsiders, we'll adopt them. Which is a dope thing to do.
It is, but that's also what's wrong with us.
Yeah, why do we fucking
We take in everybody like strays.
Strength in numbers.
Yeah, facts,
Edwin
facts.
is black. That's what he is saying. We take in everyone like strays. Meanwhile, I'm fucking running around as a Dominican man, and every one of my black friends like, oh, you just black with some seasoning. Come here.
It's like, you light skin, that's all.
Yo, for the longest
Drake.
time, everyone. I worked at a store. I'm not gonna say the name of the place. I worked there for 1.5 years. No one knew I was Hispanic until they heard me say something in Spanish.
And thought you were light skin?
They thought I was a light skinned black dude.
Included.
Yeah.
You resemble my brother a lot. My brother is mixed though.
Oh, okay.
But he's very light skinned. He's got really nice hair though.
Oh no, I have no.
He
hair
just
now.
has a bad hairline.
Oh, like me, just like me.
He has my dad's hairline. It's back there.
Oh, that's so.
But
Is he my brother for real?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe. Our dads were hoes.
My dad was what did they say? Papa was a Rolling Stone, and that would.
Yeah. Which that song basically meant like he was running around starting families everywhere.
Yeah, bro, I got siblings in Colombia.
Bro, is your dad's name Fernando?
No.
Okay, cool. We're not related.
It's Edwin.
Oh, you're a junior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot that comes with that.
Yeah. My dad's name is Fernando Arturo Gaton.
That shit sounds like he need to be a mob boss.
Look at the initials. Fernando Arturo Gaton. My mom did not want to make me a junior, and I thank her for that in the 80s.
She saved you.
In the 80s. Listen, kids could be cruel.
Yo, I would have been one of those kids.
Kids could be cruel, bro. In the 80s, kids could be cruel. That word is obviously not PC, not okay.
Yeah, we
in
can't
the 80s,
say that now. But
in the
back
80s,
then,
people were throwing that shit around, and I'm not saying it was ever okay, but I'm sure that's what someone would have called me once or twice.
it hurt a lot back then.
Bro, kids are dicks.
Yeah.
Kids are dicks now.
Kids are horrible now.
Kids are evil.
That's why I don't want any.
Dinks. Dual income, no kids forever.
Shit, I'm down with just a single income, no kids.
You're still making out like a bandit.
Yeah, it's cheaper this way.
My mom asked me, she's like, who's going to take care of you when you're old? I was like, I'm hoping not to get to that age. She's like, what? She's like, why are you talking like that?
It's a wild mentality to have to think, who's going to why place that burden on my grown-up sperm? Why? Seriously.
And it also feels selfish. I'm breeding so someone can take care of me.
Yeah.
Or I could just hire a nurse.
It's very selfish. Or
I could
die.
Or I could take care of myself because I'll have reduced stress because I never had children. So maybe at the end of my age, I can take care of myself.
Facts. There's no stress.
Yeah, cheers to no stress. Because
cheers to no stress because kids are expensive and rude.
Shout out
to the parents.
Shout out to the parents that are listening here.
Shout out to the parents.
Hopefully,
y'all are better than us.
Yeah, you are way more patient than me. I will always be Funkle. You want your kids to have a bunch of candy and have fun and be taken care of. I got you. They might learn a curse word.
I am definitely,
but they'll be safe.
A Funkle. Mm-hmm. I took a book out of a page out of fucking Adam Sandler's book.
Oh, okay.
So like, one of my nieces, when she was growing up, I used to make her wipe her own ass. So she used to be like, I wipe my own ass.
Oh my God, like Big Daddy?
Yeah. For the longest time, whenever I had to babysit her, that was the thing.
That happened one time. My ex had a couple kids and I was taking care of one of them, baby, and I was exhausted. I had been working overnights. I was like, don't fucking move. Watch Blue's Clues and don't move. And I knocked out and I woke up and I noticed, I'm like, Justin, you do anything when I was gone? He's like, I changed my own diaper. I wiped my own butt. I was like, thank you for trying.
Yeah.
I'm sure you did a terrible job.
I didn't want to bring up my ex, but I did the same thing with her son. Like, he'd be like, and I used to record him. He'd be like, I wipe my own ass.
It's fucking awful. Bro, one of my best friend's kids, Desi, she adores me. I've known her since she was a baby. We used to play D&D and all that shit, but I would go to the house early because it just made sense to not drive all the way home. Basically drive past my homie's house to go home, to come back. So I'd just go there early, eat dinner or whatever. But he'd be doing stuff and I'd just hang out with the baby. To the point that now the kid loves me. That, and every time I see her, I bribe her with candy. I 100% like, she just was like, oh, Uncle G, blah, blah. I was like, hey, what's up? And then at some point, I just started slipping her candy. Like, here you go. Here you go. I sent them 12 pounds of candy by Amazon.
That's diabolical.
That's evil.
It is. I like it.
Yes. And I almost sent her a 3-foot large gummy bear. But I felt so bad about the situation.
Like you hate your friends.
No, I love them so much. And I love her. But I just thought about like the fact that gummy bear is going to go to waste. Unless like that's a group effort.
It probably did go to waste.
No, I didn't send that one.
Or no, it would have gone to waste. But that's money well spent.
That would have been fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
It would have been 3 foot tall.
You just gave me an idea to do for my brother and his 2 daughters.
Please do it.
I will.
I can't
for
wait for
sure.
The pictures. Imagine the
giant gummy bear.
Imagine the sugar rush.
So my sister-in-law is Vietnamese, bro. And
what?
She's super strict about what the kids eat. Mm-hmm. And if I send her
a 3-foot
3-foot gummy bear, she's going to cuss me out.
They make the gummy worms more accessible too.
I can't wait.
It's so fucking out of pocket.
That if I would have known about this weeks ago, I would have did it for Mother's Day.
Listen, Mother's Day is every day if you fucking do it right. Send a goddamn gummy bear.
Mother's Day is every day, and Father's Day is what? June or July of
I have no fucking idea.
shit.
I'm Dominican. I don't know what Father's Day
People
is
don't
like.
care about Father's Day. That's why I don't want kids either. Like,
All right. Today's episode is
Get
not
some
about this. Today's episode is not about this, but I know that someone's listening. Ladies, I want you to pay really close attention. If your significant other is a man, gentlemen, I'm going to speak for you because you can't tell your significant other what I'm about to say. Stop fucking buying us the same socks and cologne and then expect us to take you on a cruise for your birthday.
give me some.
Like I love you so much, but if you're gonna buy me socks and make me like a lame breakfast, and then on your birthday we go on a fucking tour of Europe, we gotta talk.
They do the most for women on Mother's Day.
Yes,
And on Father's Day, and I've seen it.
It's not everyone does it.
Not everyone, but majority does.
From my personal experience, my fiance, I love her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more romantic, and more of the like. Oh, I thought about this and this and this. She's done great. So I'm not
You know
gonna
what
blame
that
her.
is, though?
Yeah.
Y'all Dominican motherfuckers are very smooth. Like y'all
The
got
men?
it. Yeah, the Dominican men, y'all got it. And sometimes I feel like I need to take notes. Y'all are very like,
No comment.
and it's only because I've been around so many Dominican dudes because of like my sisters and her friends and how they are with them, and then the shit that I hear them say.
What's the joke that everyone thought you were Dominican for a while, like at your club?
Bro, they still think I'm Dominican, bro. And I've been fighting that for the longest time because to me, I feel like I just look black. But, you know,
You think I look black and I'm Dominican?
Yeah. And literally, I think even Rosanna thought I was Dominican. I never speak Spanish. You know, I dabble in it when I'm drunk, but like,
Doesn't everyone
yeah, but you know,
just start
like,
quoting fucking Bad Bunny?
lyrics? Yeah. And like, I don't speak Spanish. If I do, it's in a joking way or I'm mocking somebody.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, especially like working at the club, everybody thought I was Dominican.
You're at a Latin club.
I like what I like.
I know.
I
know.
was there for a reason.
I know, but
It
look,
makes sense.
If it walks like a duck.
It talks like a duck, yeah.
Like,
And I'm quick to be like, I don't speak that. Even if I understand what they're saying, nah, you're going to talk to me in English. So for the longest time, oh, papi, I thought you was Dominican. And I was like, no, and I'm not your father. Like, stop calling me that shit. Like, it took some getting used to because
you had to realize culturally it's not a
Culturally,
mean, rude thing.
yeah,
It's nothing.
it's not.
It's a term of endearment.
that and like culturally, Hispanics touch a lot,
Oh my God.
which I had to get used to.
Oh my God. I at
Hugging,
times
You know, the hugging, the
kissing on a cheek immediately,
Yeah.
fucking touching your shoulder.
It's a lot. So I'm from Fort Lauderdale, but it's like I didn't really deal with too many Hispanics in Fort Lauderdale. It was more like I was around more like Haitians and stuff like that. When I got back here and I started working at the club, I'm like, yo, why is this dude fucking? One dude kissed me on the cheek one time. I love you, papa. Like they kiss you, they hug you, super tight hugs, and I'm just like, yo, get off of me. And I would just sit there like still.
So
Why is he hugging me?
So you would hear like Dominicans like out there just saying shit.
Just saying the wildest shit. And then, you know, I got a little belly too. They just pop you on the belly, rub that shit. Hey, Papa, you looking good. And I'm like, thank God I'm not insecure. Like, like why are you slapping me?
Yo, Dominicans,
But y'all are like one of the most loving people too. So it's, you know.
which is problematic
used to it.
sometimes. Problematic many times.
Yes, it's very problematic for y'all. That's how y'all end up with all these kids too. But
Not I.
not you. You are an anomaly.
Yeah, I try my hardest. Fucking just shouts to the like,
Shout out to the big G.
shout out to the Big G, just working on maintaining this streak.
You know,
This streak.
just pull and pray, bro. It's
Jesus!
And when
Wait,
when you one of his favorites, he gonna listen.
God damn it. But back to like we're gonna go there eventually. I do want to talk about not my fiance, but like my mom, my aunts, and all that. I love them. I have like 5 or 7 wallets that have been gifted to me. I have had like the 6 or 7 colognes that have been gifted to me over the years.
Okay.
For some reason, I am expected to just like, oh my God, he wants a tie. I don't want another tie. I don't want the same cologne. I have 14. Stop buying me wallets. Gift giving for dudes sucks.
It's very basic.
Yes.
It's very basic. And it's because, you know what, though? It's I blame us.
Is it a chicken or egg thing? Because I think you were going the same direction that I was about to say.
I blame us because we don't require much, so we don't ask for much.
Low maintenance, yeah.
Women are the complete opposite. A lot of times.
Okay, I was about to say, part of the reason why I love Rosanna is because she's low maintenance.
She's low maintenance. But it's like a lot of women are very vocal on what they want.
Fair.
Whereas, oh, what do you want? Oh, whatever you want to get me. Oh, it doesn't matter. That's us. Like, we're just like,
yeah.
Like, I'm not finna tell you what I really want, because what I don't want a gift. I want some head. Like,
Jesus. I was gonna say whatever gift I want to buy myself. We are going to 2 different directions.
All right, sorry.
I was gonna
please
say,
edit that out.
No, it's I don't care. You said it, not me. My joke. What I was gonna say is like, anytime I want something, I just buy it.
That too.
So it makes me an incredibly hard gift getter. Because anything I've wanted is going to be extremely expensive or hard to find or very super specific. Mm-hmm. It's not like you could buy me like Rosanna's been fantastic when she buys me shirts, pants, like shoes, stuff like she's like, oh, that'll look good on you. I'm like, oh shit, she's right. Because I don't fucking care what I look like. She cares what I look like. So it's kind of a gift to her.
Okay.
I don't really care what I look like.
Yeah.
But all right, I want a PS5. I bought it myself. Hey, I want a new graphics card. I bought it myself. I want a new TV. I bought it myself.
We always buy the expensive stuff for ourselves.
Yes.
And then a lot of times the women don't know what to buy, so they buy a bunch of bullshit.
That's
like
the chicken or egg thing. Did we do this to ourselves?
We do it to ourselves because, like, okay, my ex, right?
Yeah.
Anything I want, I bought. Mm-hmm. When Christmas comes around, what do you want for Christmas? Whatever you want to get me. You know what I got?
What? Was it head?
Cartoon T-shirts. No, it wasn't no head. It was like cartoon T-shirts and socks. And I would be like, I don't want no fucking socks.
But now you're at the age you want socks.
I got plenty of socks.
No, you're really close to the age. So when your knee starts hurting, around the corner, you're going to need new socks.
Stop it.
I'm not. I wish I was lying to you. It's part of the process.
Like compression socks?
No, just better socks.
No, look.
This
I have
is going to be so fucking boring for people. But there's at 22 minutes. It's going to be so fucking boring. But there's an age. Mm-hmm. This is the reality of it. I'm telling you, this is an old man.
Damn.
You go through all your shit, and you're like, I need to throw out all this old underwear, old socks. I throw them out regularly. I fucking always do. I rotate stock. But as you get older, you get an appreciation for better quality shit like that.
So what you're saying is, eventually, I'm going to stop buying these and one socks.
Yes. Do you really buy and one socks?
Yeah, I love them.
I didn't know they still made socks.
Yes. No, that's all they. I get them from Walmart.
I think 100%. You're gonna want to get better socks.
Feel so good.
You're gonna get better socks, better underwear, and better undershirts because you're gonna appreciate.
I don't play about underwear because I want something soft on my ass when I sit down.
Get Pair of Thieves, not a sponsor, but if they want to, holla. Pair of Thieves.
Pair of Thieves. Okay.
Their underwear is like microfiber, sweat resistant, all that shit. Like fucking money.
Okay.
I threw out 90% of my underwear, just replaced it with that shit.
Really?
Good product. John, my boy, John No H, that he likes making sure that people know it's not with an H. Estrada, he's one of the sponsors. He recommended Pair of Thieves. Like, yeah, you're bougie as shit. Like, you're just exaggerating. I got them. I was like, this is heaven.
Okay.
And after multiple washes, heaven still.
Really?
Does not lose. Like, this is not a commercial for that Pair of Thieves.
Really?
But if they want to holler at me, I will be a spokesperson. I need
underwear like that. Because,
Pair of Thieves.
I bought some.
At 22 minutes, this became a commercial.
Oh, my bad.
No, it's me. I'm the one telling you about Pair of Thieves. Why are you apologizing?
No, because I was starting to think about, like, the different underwear that I've bought that were, like, sweat resistant and all this other stuff. And they're trash. And the thing is, I don't test them out. So, like, I just put them on and I start the day. I did that in Japan.
That was uncomfortable.
And I was like, I don't like these. To the point where I took them off and threw them in the trash. And I had to free ball for half the day because it was very uncomfortable.
How bad is underwear that you have to fucking free ball and that's more comfortable?
It was uncomfortable.
No, Pair of Thieves.
I didn't like it.
Look at Pair of Thieves. I
will
swear,
look that up.
I threw out almost all my Adidas. I threw out.
And you threw out Adidas?
Yes, they were.
Because Adidas used to be comfy for me.
Yeah, but because of all the lifting and all the weight training and all that stuff, they started ripping. I was like, all right, trash. Pair of these, I've had them. They've just been fucking maintaining. No problems.
Okay.
Shout out to Pair of Thieves. If you want to be a sponsor, I got you. I will fucking
shout out to Pair of Thieves.
I will run around and talk to people
because I might have to follow them.
I have no idea. Guys, we're going to take a quick commercial and refill our drinks. We have gotten to zero. This is all bonus features. We'll be right back. Hey guys, here at the show, we ask that you follow 3 simple rules that'll save your night and possibly your dignity. Rule number 1, don't drink and drive. Seriously, Uber exists for a reason. If you wouldn't trust yourself to build IKEA furniture after 3 bourbons, you definitely shouldn't be behind the wheel. Rule number 2, avoid Amazon one-click buy. Drunk you thinks a medieval suit of armor is a great investment. Sober you, not so much. And then try to explain it to your credit card company then. And finally, rule number 3, do not text your ex. Look, they had their chance, and you deserve better. No one ever found happiness at the bottom of a 2 a.m. I miss you text. Move on, hydrate, and remember, you're better than that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Text literally anyone else. Text your Uber driver that you missed them, but not your ex. Seriously, all jokes aside, stay safe, do the right thing, and take care of yourselves. All right, guys, now back to the show. Hey guys, we are back. Hopefully you enjoyed our commercial about Pair of Thieves and Dungeon and Drive. There's going to be a moment. I'm going to send this to them and be like, hey, listen, I don't know you, but I have a certain set of skills. No, that's
Damn,
taken.
Liam.
I could sell your underwear to everyone. Pair of Thieves, holla at your boy.
Man.
So... All right, enough of that. We got a little loose.
We got to get
Tell me, let's talk to people about where we met and what got you, we met at, you can tell them, and what got you into that industry in the first place.
So we met at the club.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because I feel like our stories are different.
We met at the club the first time.
Okay.
I think you thought of me as like, this just might be a random dude.
So okay, if we met at the club,
then
that means I didn't pay attention at first until we met again. Because I saw so many people.
Yeah. No
through
offense taken. No offense taken. You work at a club.
Yeah.
There's be a bunch of motherfuckers.
So many people. And you know, like, it's kind of coming back to me. But it's like, it's one of those things where, like, you see so many people in the span of a night that you're just like.
I'm going to tell people my perspective of the meeting because I thought it was funny. My significant other is like, hey, we're going to go to Cuba Libre. We're friends with the dude at security, so we don't have to wait in line. And the first thought is I'm dating this girl for a little bit, and I'm like, why the fuck do you know the dude head of security?
Typical Orlando girl. That's
I was like, what is going on here? And like, I don't know her yet at this point. I was like, what do you mean you know the guy at security? He's like, oh, we go there a lot. Well, we used to go there a lot. I was like, yeah, we're changing a lot of the story. Do you know him or not? But early in the game, I'm not trying to like.
And you've seen those memes about that. Like, if your girl walks to the club and she knows the guy at the door,
knows the bartender. Oh, where the fuck you been at? I was like, this girl for the streets. But I quickly realized she's not the one for the streets. Her homegirls were the ones.
Yeah, her homegirls were for the streets. She was like the mom, and I met her later on because I had met all of them beforehand. And then she started coming around, and I was like, oh, I wonder if she's going to be as problematic as the others. And she ended up not being. So that was a good thing. But yeah, we met there. I got that job. Literally, I went there for, I want to say, my brother was in the Navy. So he came and he wanted to party for his birthday at said club.
Yeah. I mean, you can say the club name. I don't care.
I'll just leave it at said club just because I don't know.
Yeah, I don't need someone calling me.
I don't need I don't know the logistics to all this. So I'm just like, so we all went out. Like, he had like a hotel somewhere, and there was like 20 of us.
Yeah.
We all go out, and I don't like clubs. I didn't want to go to a club. Listen, hear me out.
No, it's just where you ended up as a job.
Where I ended up, and for as long as I stayed there, it's crazy. Yeah. But we went out. We went to the club, and as it was closing, some girl handed me a drink, and I was like, I don't work here. And that was it. I didn't know the hiring manager or whatever was right behind me. And he came up right behind me, and he was like, you know, you don't work here, but do you want a job? And I had just moved back to Orlando for maybe like 2 weeks.
You were here 2 weeks.
2
Weren't
weeks.
even applying for a job.
And I wasn't applying for a job. And then I just got a job. And I was like, F it. Why not? I was like, yeah. And then he was like, I'll hire you and your boy. My boy being my brother. And he was like, come in on Monday. I'll interview you guys at 3:00, which I thought was weird. But
that's Monday through 3:00.
Considering,
Service industry,
yeah, service industry is a little different. So I was like, okay. Me and my brother went in there, sat literally side by side. It wasn't an interview. It was just this is what you'll be doing. Do you have any experience? We told them, like, I was in the Coast Guard prior to this. My brother was just kind of a douchebag, but he's huge. Like, he's bigger than me. He's taller than me. And we've worked, like, randomly, we worked concerts. So, like, somehow we
Why would you work concerts randomly? Because your size?
Just because
someone's
of
just
size.
like, you two big dudes.
Literally size. And I don't even feel like I'm that big. And when I'm standing next to him, I don't feel that big. Because he is, I won't say he's a giant, but like I think he's like 6'3", 6'4". So compared to me and my little 6 foot, it's just like, there's a little bit of a difference. But we used to get jobs to work at concerts at the Hard Rock or wherever, just because we knew people and they needed like extra bodies. So we told him about that, and he was like, perfect. If you guys want, you're hired. Can you start next week? Like,
that was it?
Yeah, that was it.
That's one of the easiest job interviews.
I don't think I've ever been in a job interview easier than that. And I was just sitting there like, there's no way this is easy. Like, when we walked back to the car, I was like, you ever been in an interview like that? He's like, no. It's like, let's just ride the wave, see what happens. And then from there.
How long did you end up working there? For someone who hates clubs?
14 years. Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't know it was 14 years.
It became routine. Like, it just kind of became part of my daily life. So, like, I've always had, like, a main job. And then I had that
job.
But that was more like my fun job. So even like, when I started there, I was single. Then I got in a relationship. She wanted me to quit.
Is it because of the nightlife being a problem?
Insecurities.
Yeah.
You know, I'm at this Spanish club. And
club.
she had been there before, to the point where she used to come quite often, and then she got tired of it, and then once she got tired of it, she wanted me to quit.
Yeah.
And I'm stubborn, so I don't listen. You know, the more she wanted me to quit, the more I was like, no.
The more you want to work overtime.
Yeah, but also, like, at the time, it was helping us pay bills too. So it's like, why would I quit this if it's helping us financially? She just didn't want me being around girls, which I understand, because if you saw the way those girls were dressed there,
I did. Remember?
Yeah. Well, I'm speaking. You know, but I get it now.
Yeah.
Then I was just like,
now that your knee's starting to hurt more, you understand it.
I'm like, yeah. There's no point in me being here now. But then I was like, I don't give a fuck. And I'm young. You know, I was 23 when I started.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was just like, no, I'm not quitting this just because. And I didn't know where that relationship was going. So I was like, I'm not quitting this easy money because I'm standing at the door talking to people and letting people in and accepting certain forms of payments to get it.
Oh my God. I mean, it makes sense.
It was an interesting little way of doing things. But yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, though, too, for her to feel like, hey, this guy is in front of the door. There's going to be girls flirting with him all the time. He's part of security, at some point, head of security.
Yeah.
They're going to be trying to win favors over with him and liking him because he's safe, because he's not a douchebag at the club, but he is someone who's protected them all night and shit like that. There's a bunch of, like, frame of mind.
And they throw themselves at you. It is... I don't want to say it's disgusting. It's funny. It's funny because they will. And it's not like just young girls. It's older women that do it. Everybody does it. I've had 20-year-olds throw themselves at me. I've had 60-year-olds throw themselves at me. The worst ones are the older ones. They ain't got nothing to lose, bro. Like they really don't care. It's funny and gross.
There is a certain level of just getting older. You don't care about anything.
I can't wait to get to that point.
I'm really close to that.
You know,
when you're getting older, it's just like you're just like, whatever. I don't care anymore. I'm not about that shit. I'm not about those like stupid problems. I'm not about not being honest about what I want. I don't have time to waste.
That's where my mom's at right now. And she's not even that old, but she don't care.
There are just moments like there are times I'm like, some conflicts I would have avoided. I might just say, today I got time. Or like or be like, you know what? Yeah, fine, you're right. Move on, leave me the fuck alone. I'm not gonna argue with an idiot anymore. Yeah. You get to an age where just like you just don't care. So if like, hey, if you're gonna shoot your shot, I'm gonna shoot my shot.
Yeah.
But there's some kind of Drake vibe when a 6-year-old's throwing himself at a 23-year-old at the door.
Bro.
There's a Drake vibe. There's an Al Pacino kind of vibe there. Like,
there is, and
problematic.
It's problematic. I tried it once.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess 23.
Sometimes you gotta get this.
You have to get some rainy days to enjoy the sunny ones. I get it.
So I grew up around a lot of older people. So like all my friends are older than me. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, I had a lot of older people, like older men in my life. So it was one of those things where it's like, they tell you, get you an older woman, don't get these young girls. These older women know what they want. Mm. And I was like, hey, let's try it. So I've messed around with a couple old people, you know, and then there were some that were young. Security. Yeah. Okay. Corrections officers, they are the craziest. Damn, do you know one?
No.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just like, it makes sense if your life is very strict and very stringent and you're high stress and all this stuff and everything's like routine and your corrections officers, your lives are in danger very often. And it's like, there might be some like repressed, like I just need to go buck wild.
I will tell you, she's terrified me. She scared me. I was scared. Like, that's all I can say, man. You
said I was scared in three different ways.
Yeah,
I am believing you.
Literally, the night I gave her my number, she scared me because she was sitting in the parking lot waiting for me, and she started rushing me, and she was like, hurry up, what's taking you so long? I was like, bro, I gotta shut this place down. Like, you give me some time. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, man, how am I gonna get away from this girl? She sat in the parking lot.
She knows where you work.
Yeah. And I was like, damn. So, you know, I'm texting her. I was like, yo, I'm gonna be late. You know, maybe we should just meet up later on this week. Mm-mm. No. She walked back. You know that's kind of a stretch from the parking garage to said place.
That's got 10-minute walk.
Back. I was like, yo, she's crazy. So there's 2 floors.
But you still had to see it through? Is that what you're telling me?
No. That one I didn't see through.
Okay, I was about to say. No. I was like,
when I saw her coming back, I was like, hold on, I'll be right back. And I went upstairs and I left through the top floor. Yeah, it's not my finest moment, but like the fact that she walked back, I was like, yo, there's something wrong with this girl.
That is wild.
I also saw her flirting with all the other security guards. So I was just like, did they all turn you away? And
she was playing like the odds. She
wasn't focused. She was like, I'll get one of them. Maybe I'll get the innocent looking one. That's me. But yeah, it was.
That is hilarious.
It was weird.
It's 23-year-old isn't going to outrun me, is he?
Yeah, but then I think about it now, and it's just like, I can't deal with nobody my mama age. To me, that's weird.
Yeah, because now you're older and you understand that that's problematic and weird.
Yeah, like, first of all, not that I want any, but you ain't going to give me no kids.
True.
You know, I don't mind a pregnancy scare, but...
Like, give me the thrill. Give me the
thrill of being like, oh my God, I missed my period. They don't even have them at that age, you know?
It's just... I just realized that you have an anime tattoo in your arm. We'll get there.
Where? Which one? Oh, my little Gojo.
Yes. Which is one of my favorite.
Do you want to hear how I got this?
No, we got to finish this joke. Okay. Because we'll get to the Gojo tattoo, which is fucking... See, we're all over the place. Welcome to ADHD with Bourbon. Motherfuckers. No, so there you want at least the thrill of wondering if this might be the month that it happened.
Yeah, you know.
What there's
I'm not saying.
You sure listen, you want a leather couch so we could unpack these concerns?
There's a slight bit of toxicity here.
A little bit.
But I got a good heart, you know.
Yeah,
but
I wouldn't be cool with you if you didn't have a good heart.
Yeah, it's just like I would.
Do you feel like nightlife in that service industry
corrupted me?
Well, yeah, and
Absolutely.
okay.
Absolutely.
You think seeing that kind of like the craziness people do and the random things and all like, it's just you're kind of behind the veil of all the madness?
Yes.
Because there has to be something weird about being the observer of people constantly, because people are out there trying to get ass.
It's giving me trust issues for sure.
See?
It has, because I've watched how people operate.
And that girl that was worried about it.
Yeah.
Now you realize
that. Well, not even that. Just watching couples come in together and leave separately because they're fighting over whether it be the guy talking to a girl or the girl talking to a guy. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm like, damn. It's really, I watched a girl make out with a dude in front of her dude, and he sat there crying and still took her home. Do you know I would have left her there? Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's crazy. Engagement ring on finger, and she's making out with a guy right in front of him. He's boo-hoo crying in the corner.
Bro, what?
And it's just like, this can't be real life.
I'm so glad I found the mother hen. I'm so glad I found the mother hen.
Listen, if you don't have a mother hen, then you don't have nothing.
No, you can be reformed. Bro. I mean, I was a hoe before I calmed the fuck down.
You were young.
That's fair.
You know?
I calmed down at 29. 29 is when I decided I was going to calm the fuck down.
You know what's crazy? I was good in my 20s.
Well, here, I'm going to be very clear for anyone listening at home that doesn't know me. I never once lied about it. I never hid it. I never fucking manipulated. I was very, very vocal and honest about, hey, like this is I would have a social contract. I would talk to like a girl with like, oh, what's your name, blah, blah. And when I started getting a vibe, I'm like, she's interested. This is a real conversation. Mm-hmm. I said to a girl, because she was passing by my job, bringing me drinks, bringing me like, oh, she worked at the Starbucks nearby. Some of my friends are listening. You're like, oh, I know who she's talking about. And at some point I was like, hey.
Wait, you dated a barista?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was by mistake.
They freaks.
Well,
I'm sorry.
You know my fiance listens here.
I'm sorry.
It was by mistake because I was going in there because I was like in this whole like fitness journey. So I was getting green teas because they were like, oh, get green tea. It helps boost your metabolism. I was going in like, hey, this was the fresh green tea, blah, blah. Got to know her, whatever. She walked up to me one time and she's like, oh, I brought you a drink because it looked like you were having a rough day when I came by earlier and you were dealing with a customer. Oh, thank you, blah, blah. Then suddenly she's following me on Facebook. I was like, okay, cool. So I had to tell her, I was like, hey, I need to have a conversation with you. She's like, well, I was like, I just need you to know, it seems like you might be interested in me, which is, or if I'm misreading it, tell me I'm an idiot. That's fine. Mm-hmm. And she's like, no, I am. I was like, cool. Then I need you to know that I'm not looking for anything. I'm not trying to be anyone's man. I'm not trying to do anything. If you tell me right now that you want a man and I'm not it, we could be friends. I will never cross that line. I will never disrespect anything. Period. We could be homies. I'll be your wingman.
How old were you?
I was 26.
You matured fast.
I was 26. I think, I was 26, 25. And I was like, I'm telling you right now to your face. It's also a little mature and more. So I hate lying.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of liars in my life. So I was like, I don't want to lie. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to mislead you. Mm-hmm. And it's also less problems later on because you were honest. You said it from the get. I'm like, hey, look, I don't want that. If you want to just have a casual thing, cool. But the moment I said this, the moment I feel that you were about to get serious, I'm going to cut you off. I'm going to have a conversation with you and cut you off. And she's like, oh, no, I'm not looking for it. I was like, I know you're saying that. And I know that people think that someone will change.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to change. Not anytime soon. Not anytime over the next 4 years. And you and I probably won't have this thing in 4 years. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh, it's like that? You have a time limit? It's like, I know historically these don't work out. And she's, oh, no, I'm fine. I was like, okay.
You gotta respect the honesty in that.
All my friends will tell you the same thing.
Because I ain't gonna do all that.
No, all my friends, my friend John, Savannah, everyone listening at home will say he's always been honest about it. He was always real clear about his intentions. Mm-hmm. The funniest thing was, do you have 2 phones?
We'll talk about that later.
But real quick, before we take a quick break, the funny thing is that did end up going sideways because someone broke into. Long story short, someone broke into my car. Mm-hmm. I saw. Hold on, there it goes. Someone broke into my car, stole my iPod and a couple other things, and someone broke into my car when I was downtown, and I was using it for boxing. Mm-hmm. And that girl was like, oh, I have an old iPhone. If you want it, you can use it. So you can use it as an iPod. I was like, I'll pay you for it. And she hands me the old iPhone, and I'm the background. And I hand it back. And I said, we'll have a talk later.
Yo, have you seen that movie Swim Fan?
Yes. Yes.
That's what I think when I see stuff like that.
So I hand it right back. I was like, hey. She's like, oh. I'm like, yeah.
She's obsessed. You ain't even.
And I was like, I'm not going to buy the phone off of you. I'm here. We'll talk later.
That's wild.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break with that little teaser. Be right back.
Sponsor of Bourbon and Bullshit, Big Bang Boom Collective is Orlando's burlesque and cabaret entertainment group, comprised of Midnight Fables Cabaret, Big Bang Boom Cabaret, and Foxy's Den. Follow us on Instagram at Big Bang Boom Collective, or join our VIP email list for info on upcoming shows by visiting www.bigbangboomcollective.com.
Guys, we are back, and during the break, we started talking about an actual distillery that we both enjoy, Uncle Nearest. For various reasons, obviously, we respect him a little bit more than Jack Daniels. Sorry, Jack. Not to shit on the brand too much, but something about Nearest Green should have gotten more credit. But that's for us.
Way more credit. But if I pull up to a bar, I'm getting a Jack and Coke real quick.
Which is...
Because not everywhere has an Uncle Nearest.
That's fair.
Which is not fair,
no,
but it's fair.
It's fair that it's not like you have an option. You can't run around and do it. Let me get a Nearest and Coke.
Yeah, because I did that in this bar in Altamont, and they looked at me like I was crazy.
Yeah, so one of those things I'm learning quickly is that there's limits to where you can order that don't make sense to them, and people look at you funny.
Yeah,
and it's never about I want to be bougie. I'm not fucking like some snob or some shit. But I'd rather have an Uncle Nearest and Coke than a Jack and Coke. Jack and Coke works; it'll do the job. The Coke is gonna mask anything. Not saying it won't. Jameson ginger, tried and true. Yeah. I'm gonna drink that shit 7 times out of 10 when I'm at an ale house or something like that.
It definitely warms my heart.
Yeah, it does the fucking job.
It does what it needs to do. Dark liquor has a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
It's not even. I mean, I like liquor in general, but dark liquor is always a go-to.
For me, it's always been dark liquor versus clear, and I think also being Dominican, we go rum right off the rip.
See, I don't go rum off the rip.
Well, when I first drank, it was like rum, Brugal, and Añejos, and like all those fucking those true Dominican rums, Ron Barcelona, like all those stuff. My first drink was my stepfather was drinking Johnny Walker Black and Coke.
Oh, he don't like life.
He was a super of the
Johnny
building.
Walker is so.
He was a super of the building. It's not like we were making a fuck ton of money. You drink what you drink.
Yeah. Any color label, Johnny Walker is just.
Even Johnny Walker Blue.
You don't like life. That's just how I feel. I've tried black, blue, even that red, and I feel like that's the worst. That's not to say that I won't drink it. That's just liquor's liquor, and I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
I say that Rosetta punches me.
I said it for the both of us. No, but it's true. If I'm out to drink, I'm here to drink for a good time, not be here all night on some dumb shit.
Yeah. To be fair, there's also a benefit of when you drink higher quality stuff, you don't feel as bad the next day.
Facts. And I learned that with it was a certain type of tequila I was drinking.
Don Julio?
No, not Don Julio. I want to say it was 1942.
1942 is a whiskey.
No.
Or that's 1892.
Yeah. Don Julio. Well, it is still Don Julio. It's 1942 Don Julio. But it's very it's super smooth. Mm-hmm. You could chug the bottle if you want to. I wouldn't recommend it. But
don't do that. That's alcohol poisoning.
It's very smooth.
Do you know that they got in trouble recently?
Who?
Don Julio.
Don't tell me that.
Yeah, I hate to tell you that. That happened 2 weeks ago. So they tequila, to be called a tequila, you have to be 100% agave. Mm. They found out that they were using sugar cane to kind of offset, to kind of cut their product. It's like using baking soda and Coke.
Yeah.
They found out.
The job done. But no, I did
Here
see something about that.
We do not sell cocaine or tell you to cut your Coke.
Nah, we don't mess with the booger sugar around here.
Never that.
Nah. No, but I did. You remember you said I'm one of those headline readers. Mm-hmm. I do remember seeing something about that. I just didn't read too much into it because I don't really fuck with that shit like that.
Well, in fairness, someone else bought Don Julio a couple years ago. So I don't believe that I could be wrong. Someone fact check me. You're hearing a show about bourbon. I don't know everything about tequila. I believe that the original founders and people who made Don Julio moved on. Obviously, when you get to a certain level, someone buys your shit and then they do whatever they want. And that's when they bastardized it a bit to kind of cut corners. Because getting 100% blue agave is not the easiest thing or the least expensive thing in the world. So they kind of got found out, and that they weren't the only brands that were doing it. So yeah, and I know that sounds weird to anyone at home. It's like, what's the big fucking deal? It's just mislabeling, and you're putting other preservatives and other things into your product. It's like bastardizing the product.
You're lying.
Yeah, you're lying. They're straight up lying. You put something on a
lying.
label, and then you're like, oh, what's the difference between agave and sugar? It doesn't fuck. That's not what I paid for. That's not what I signed up for. I don't know what else you put in there. If you're lying about one thing, what else are you lying about?
But that's what happens when shit starts to get really popular too.
Yeah, they cut corners.
They take shortcuts on everything, and it's just like that's why I don't eat in certain places in Orlando now, because like it started off good. You know, I love me some Spanish food, and it'll start off good, and then once it gets super popular and they open up that second or third chain, they start cutting corners, and it don't taste the same.
When it's not the same motherfuckers from the first one who got into it for the passion.
Yeah, I'm not going to list no names.
I'm not going to list any names, but there's a specific reason why I like my local breweries, distilleries. I like places that are smaller, with more intimate. There's also a certain level of you got that popular because you're good. So there's still like
But why not try to maintain that?
No, but there's still some companies who do. So
You
Chick-fil-A.
put me on after this.
Chick-fil-A is a franchise, and I'm going to use them specifically. Wait, let me get there. I know it sounds really dumb. I know.
No, it doesn't. I just saw a meme about Chick-fil-A the other day. Though.
Oh shit! I know, but I'm saying like it's not to equate it to like spirits or anything, but like there are companies that still do the same quality products.
Thoroughly.
And I'm going to use like national brands as an example, not because they are the end all be all, but I'm going to use national brands as part of like the example. Remember when Chipotle was like popping when it first came out? They gave you all the food in the world. They gave you fucking 3 scoops of whatever. They fucking the best shit ever. And as they got more popular, more business, more franchises,
penny pinching,
smaller portions, smaller everything. They turn into this whole viral thing where people were recording them making their food.
So that will make it right.
Yeah, so they make it right or to make it fairly.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
P.S. I don't like Chipotle at all.
Yeah, but you get what I'm getting at. Like they started off bangers, hot. Like, it was the hot only place that people were going to.
Yeah.
And then as they got too popular, they fucked up. Then I'll use Chick-fil-A. Jesus chicken. I don't agree with a lot of their politics, but their quality is always top tier.
They say that they use the pussy part of the chicken.
God damn it.
I just
Is that what the meme was? For love of God.
Oh my God, when I saw that the other night, it was like, yeah, they must use the pussy part of the chicken. That's why it's so good.
Oh my God. My face hurts. Edwin.
I'm sorry.
It's hilarious.
You know, it finds me. I don't find it.
I wonder what your algorithms look like.
It's fucked.
Yo.
It is. It's all over the place.
In fairness, my algorithms are fucked. It has nothing to do with me. Instagram thinks he's a dude. He wants this. I have a business account for Bourbon BS. I look up photography, whiskey, and like video editing and sound effects and like upcoming whiskey events and drinking events. And I'm like, I'm gonna go to my search. It's big booty bitches on treadmills or fucking cosplaying. Bro, what is going on here?
It's like it wants you to change your mindset.
Yeah,
because a lot of mine
is it big booty bitches?
No, it's literally, it's like, you know how these people go on there and they make these quick meals or whatever that sometimes be looking kind of good.
Yeah,
it's that. It's anime, and then it might be like just like these ridiculous memes. But then it'll show me somebody with like Down syndrome working out at the gym with big boobs.
The fuck?
And I'm like, why?
Yeah, I don't
like. That's for another day. But
I'm also starting to understand.
Frustrates me.
Yes, me too.
Because why are they sexualizing people with Down syndrome?
But not only that, but like I didn't look for this. Why is this forced to me?
And it's on Netflix too. like they have a whole dating show for people with Down
I have
syndrome.
no problem with that because I like that.
I
show.
do. I feel like they're exploiting them.
Really,
That's just how I look at it. I won't watch it, but
but they signed up.
if they signed up for it, yeah, but okay,
I
but
get
they're
what
not all
no,
there.
No, you know what? I get what you're saying. Where it feels like they might be taking advantage. I haven't seen the show enough to have any context.
So I won't watch it. My friends have watched it and they think it's hilarious. Whereas
Dating
I'm like,
on the spectrum. That's what
yes, and I'm just
So you
it's
think
not
that they're-
Down syndrome, but it's dating on the spectrum, and I feel like they just exploit those people. But I'm looking
clicks
at
and
it one
views.
way, yeah. And like, so I talked to some people about it, and they were like, while you might think they're exploiting people, it's like showing people that they are making them feel like normal people.
That's
And I'm like, okay, I understand that.
That's a fair
Also,
way of
I'm
thinking
still
of it, too.
not watching it,
But-
but I get it.
I see that point of view too. It's like if you don't expose people to it at all, it'll always be taboo.
Facts.
If you ignore that can exist or that does happen, it makes it not normal.
Yeah.
So excluding it makes it tougher to people like to digest that this is a real thing.
And that could be what it is.
So that could be
It's
fair.
just
That's
very
a fair-
hard for me to digest because I personally feel like they're exploiting them.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of what I see them shoot or like the previews or whatever, I laugh at it.
That's fair.
And
Like-
it's fucked up to laugh, but it's like,
Like one of the shows that reminds me of, not specifically that show, but when I'm like, that feels like they're exploiting and making fun of those people. It's like, oh, my 800-pound life.
that's my motivation to not get too big.
Can I tell you something that someone brought up and it was a meme that made me laugh?
What?
It's like all these motherfuckers struggling to date. Not one time in my 800-pound life were any of them single.
They're all in relationships.
They're all in happy relationships. Some of them are
Meanwhile-
married.
Bro, I don't get it.
Then you got people with abs and fucking stacked, and they're like, I can't find a significant other. It's like, you're not heavy enough.
Bruh, and I'm like
Like-
right in between them. Like there's abs under this gut. But it's like, how the fuck is
They're
this
not-
person that can't even get out of bed
And they, not a single.
married? And I'm not. What am I doing wrong?
You're not heavy enough.
like
And I'm not making fun of
they all-
anyone obese, but I do find it interesting that those shows,
Yeah.
someone put that meme on. It's like these people at 800-pound life is not about size. It's about like they can't take care of themselves. They need to be catered to. They need to fucking. They're
can't
eating
do
fried chicken in bed.
anything.
People are
Bro,
deep frying chicken
they
in bed.
can't even
That was
wash
a real thing. I
themselves.
saw someone deep frying chicken in bed.
That's
Once
just
again,
fat.
not making fun. Like, hey, that's your life. I'm not here to judge your life. Do what the fuck you want. But none
That's
of
a
them were
skill.
single.
No.
Not a single one.
No.
And every time they interviewed the significant other, I just love them so fucking much.
Like, what are they saying to these people?
I don't-
Because it's not
look-
like they're doing actions. They can't
I don't
move.
know. They don't
So
film
it's
that
like,
part.
What are you doing to make this person love you?
And they're not terrible people. And none of them have been terrible people.
No,
Like, I've
they
never
all
seen that.
seem pretty
That's
nice. They're
that's the
not
other thing.
moody, you know,
That's
like.
yeah, I wouldn't be angry if I'm eating all the time either. I'm fucking wonderful. Like, if I could eat
I mean,
desserts all
food
day,
is good,
like, food is
but
great.
shit.
But
I get it.
but those are the shows that I felt like at first when I watched those, or the Hoarders and all that, it's like, oh my God, what are we doing? Like, it's almost like shock value and doing all
Yeah.
this. But then I realized that it was also bringing attention to concerns.
Like, there's people out there like that.
Yeah, this is a
For
real thing.
Yeah.
That do not think that your normal cookie cutter life is the
Yeah.
only thing that exists out there.
Yeah.
So when I watched those shows, like the Hoarders one, I was like, this can't be real. People aren't really doing this. And then I have friends who work for DCF and all that stuff. I'm like, no, those are people who we found someone told me a horror story where a hoarder, that was an older elderly woman, didn't get found for a while because like a stack of boxes that fell on her. She couldn't get out of her house. Edwin, stop.
I'm not laughing.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not.
But like, it was some shit like that. That like the neighbors are like, oh, we haven't seen Miss So and So for a while, and it was because of
She was under some boxes.
Like but that's still heartbreaking, right? Like you can't.
No, it's not.
No, if you
It's
were that
crazy.
if you were that person's kid,
If I was that person's kid, yes. First of all, if I was that person's kid, I'd have cleaned that damn house out.
just start throwing shit out.
You know,
I know we just had that
we just had this conversation.
Yeah.
You know, my grandmother's garage gets too packed, and I'm throwing shit away. And I don't care because, like I said, what they gonna do to stop me?
Fair.
But you know, there's also the mental game they can play. You know, like you can really get into somebody's head and F with them. So especially if it's your kid. Like my mom can say something to me that wouldn't hurt me if you said it.
But if she said it,
if she said it, it cuts a little deeper.
Oh,
so,
hell yeah.
You know, and it's not that you guys have said it a different way. It's who it comes from.
100%.
So that could be the case with these people.
One of my biggest points is like I do a lot of self-help. So I do a lot of books.
Okay.
I like to rotate. I like something to build yourself as a human being, learn something new. Self-help, because I think that growth is important, whether it's like, hey, I want to learn a new skill, blah, blah. And then I'll do some fuck shit like, hey, I want to read this novel about vampires being shot in the face by military, blah, blah. I like fantastic shit, self-help, and growth and learning, because I think balance is important. I think the moment you stop learning is when you start dying. So one of those books talks...
I like that. I like that.
It's important.
I might have to start using that.
One of those books says that there's a book called Emotional Intelligence 2.0, and they talk about the fact that there is a point in your life where you have to understand yourself, and that's going to help you navigate those emotional moments. Understanding that who it's coming from is sometimes more important than what the message is, and being able to identify that helps you kind of mitigate that. So, and they talk about like parents will cut you the deepest because there's a part of you that wants to make them proud, part of you that has like some connection. There's part of you that sees disappointing them as bigger than your homeboy and your homegirl, your friend.
Absolutely. Your
friend can say like, you ain't shit. Like you need a good job, blah, blah. It's like, whatever, motherfucker, fuck you. And then your mom was like, you ain't shit. You need a good job. It's like, damn, am I a bad son?
That hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hurts.
But even me, I'll be vulnerable and say like, I get more annoyed at my mom than anyone else. I love that woman to death. And it's because I love her that when she does something that I'm like, what are you doing? Where I would see a friend who's like, oh, you're grown. You do what the fuck you want. Like, I don't care. It's a mistake. I don't agree with it, but you do what you want. The moment my mom does some shit, I was like, what is going on here? This is ridiculous. You shouldn't have fallen for this. Like, I lose my mind more. Yeah. Because I'm like, I hold you in high regard. That sucks. But you're right. Those kids could see their parents being a hoarder. It's like, well, I don't know what to do. Because they're the parent.
Yeah, because
they're the grandparent.
And then whatever they say goes. And, you know, like, to an extent, like, I understand, because there are certain things that I will tell my parents that they just won't listen.
Ignore, right?
Yeah, they will ignore.
Because you're the child, not the adult.
That part. And they will still throw that at my face at 38 years old. It's crazy.
It's cultural thing, too.
And then I'm just like, okay, well, if that's how you feel, cool. And I just let it be. But yeah, no, I understand that.
That those hoarders and all that shit. There's a lot of bonus random shit in this episode, guys. So
yeah, we haven't even...
Hopefully you guys are enjoying, because Edwin's going to have to come back in like a month. So we can actually talk to him about club shit. But
I mean, let's get this
club
shit out the way.
No, I need to be clear. The show is called Bourbon BS.
Yeah.
You are here.
So there's this is a lot of BS part.
Okay. And all you have given me is bonus features and shit. So I am not mad at a single bit of it.
Just as long as I can hear it back
and keep drinking and
that part.
So one of the things I do want to ask you before anything goes further, before we get anywhere else, I do want to hear about we talked about how you got the job at the security place. How the training was just show the fuck up and be big. That's all it really was. Like just fucking do the thing. And that we met because of my fiance. And I wanted to ask you this, but you've already kind of ruined the question when you asked her.
Damn.
How much of a problem were Rosanna and her friends?
Okay, so I honestly don't feel like I ruined it.
I know. But I wanted to surprise you. Didn't ruin it, but I wanted her to read this.
My bad, because I definitely blurted it out.
This man, I want you guys to know, I said the question is advanced. My fiance's next to me was like, yeah, you got those questions. It's like, Rosanna wasn't even a problem. So with that question, I didn't even know where to go. I wasn't. I was like, she wasn't supposed to know that.
I dropped the ball in there.
It's all good. You didn't know that.
When I say that, I mean that she was never a problem for me. Her friends, who will stay unnamed, I suppose.
They know who they are.
Yeah, they know who they are. They'll know. They could be problematic, but your fiance specifically was probably more like a caretaker than anything. She was very chill, very quiet, no problems. The other ones tried to fight security. They would fight security, or they would fight whatever guy wouldn't leave them alone. If they were like, yo, you guys need to leave, that's when the name dropping comes in. I'm with Edwin. It's like, yo, hey, yo, chill. Because, at that time, I feel like I was just starting. So it's like, don't name drop me and embarrass me, and then my boss is ready to get rid of me. Mm-hmm. Further down the line, you can name drop me and it meant something. Mm-hmm. But back then, it really didn't. So I'm like, hey, yo, don't do that. But it was always men trying to talk to them. And when I say men, that means security. That means just regular patrons, whatever. And, her friends can be a little cutthroat with things, or they have a certain type that they like. And if you didn't fit that description, it was get the fuck out of my face. Mm-hmm. But it was literally them saying, get the fuck out of my face, which then starts problems. And then it's like, oh, I know security. Let me go talk. Let me get him to kick them out. I wouldn't do that.
Really? Good for you.
So my thing is like this: stay away from them. So I the only time I ever kicked people out was for fighting. If they didn't fight, if someone came and complained about somebody, yo, just stay away from them. And that was it. It's very simple, because where I was working, it was more of a mature crowd. Yeah. For the most part.
It wasn't like creepers that kept following you.
Yeah, and it's not like we were downtown Orlando where motherfuckers wanted to fight all the time and shoot and shit.
Well, to be fair, like if a dude kept harassing them, you would kick him out.
Yeah, but a lot of times it was more like if they were harassing, yo, this dude keeps bothering me. Hey, leave them alone, and that was it. Mm-hmm. And there was a couple times where I'd be like, yo, that's my girlfriend, just to fucking put the icing on the cake. But it was never anything past that. I didn't really have to kick people. Now, if it got to the point where they wouldn't leave them alone, cool.
You gotta go.
Get out. And I tell them pretty simply, hey, man, you gotta leave. Mm-hmm. Doors this way. And then I would just stand there, and then I would just follow them out. And we never had a problem kicking people out. Yeah. It was very
especially that area.
That area, yeah, because a lot of it's tourists.
That part. No one's trying to get arrested in this place they don't live.
And Florida's got a bad rep anyway, so you never know,
that plays a big factor when people visit us.
Bro, when I started traveling and going to other countries and I told them where I was from, they would look at me like I was crazy.
I have friends from New York City that like, what the fuck is going on in Florida? Like they text me or message me like I'm the spokesperson.
We're different.
Like somehow I'm translating for them. All right, guys, so part 1 is wrapped up of this episode with our friend Edwin and his stories in security and all the nightlife experience he has. Stay tuned for next week's continuation of this episode, where we dig deeper and get a lot more about behind that velvet rope. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next week. Take care and be safe. Hey guys, today's episode is brought to you by Burn Termite and Pest Control. I first met Joe Byrne on Full Frontal Nerdy Show and decided to give his company a try. They have been the best pest service I've ever had. From flexible scheduling, attention to detail, fair pricing, and everything you love about a small business, I highly recommend Joe Byrne and Burn Termite and Pest Control. It's a family-owned and operated business with over 30 years of experience in termite and pest. You can reach Burn Termite and Pest Control at 321-297-7985. Once again, 321-297-7985. And let them know Bourbon and Bullshit sent you. Thanks, guys. See you next time.